Hi guys, today's lesson is over area of algebra tiles. There's a few vocabulary terms that we're going to need to go over before we get into the tiles. First off, I'd like you to write these down. Here's some vocabulary that you need to understand. First off, area. Area is the number of square units the figure covers. The area is the inside of the shape. To find the area, we multiply the length times the width. Hopefully this is a review there for you. The next term here that we have is variable. A variable is just a symbol for a number we don't know yet. The unknown, as you might see it right here. That might be easier for you to understand. Again, you're going to see a variable as a letter here, more than likely. A, B, X, Y, etc. It can be any letter there. We just don't know what it is. All right, naming algebra tiles. So again, if you need to pause that area and variable to write that down, please do so. Naming algebra tiles. We're going to go and name some tiles here that you're going to see, and we'd like you, if I put a tile on my paper, I'd like you to put it on your paper as well, all right? Just as kind of a quick review here. We've already named these two tiles here, and again, we're naming it by its area. So we have our one piece and our negative one. How do we get 1? Well, 1 times 1 is 1. And if we remember here, we said that the blue side was positive, red side is negative. That should be a review. All right, a new piece that you have today is this tile right here, okay? And again, we're going to name it by its area. In other words, its length and its width. All right, I see right here that on the left side of this tile, I have a length here of 1, okay? All right, and how did I get a length of 1? Well, I just put my one piece right next to the left side here. And I can see that the sides of the one piece and the side of this lighter blue piece match up. So in other words, the left side of this lighter blue piece has a side of 1, okay? All right, now we have to name the bottom side of this tile here. We don't know exactly what this side is. We can't, think of it as kind of illegal here, we can't try to put one pieces here and see how many one pieces make up this bottom length here, okay? So having said that, guys, we don't know what this tile is, so we're just going to give it a letter. It's unknown. It's a variable. We're going to call it X, all right? So now this is your X piece. 1 times X is 1x. So we're going to call this the 1x piece, or the X piece. All right? If we were to flip this tile over now, if this is positive 1x, then this tile then is negative 1x. Just remember that the blue side is positive, the red side is negative. Okay? And another piece that you're going to be dealing with today is this. All right? Be thinking about what this piece might be called here. All right? We have this square. You see a square right here. And again, we're naming each tile by its area. So I'm going to see what each side is here. And if I look at my X piece, watch how I can match up the length of X on each side here. All right? So I now see here that each side of the square has a length of X. Again, we don't know what X is, okay, when I match that up. So I'm going to put now X on the left here, and I'll kind of separate this, and X on the bottom. Remember, I am multiplying then the length and the width, base times height, however you're looking at the figure here. Well, if I were to ask you what X times X is, you would tell me that it's X squared. Not 2X, but X squared. All right? All right, so same thing now. If I were to flip this piece over here, like I'd like you to do, I'd have now this piece would be negative X squared. Again, not 2X. X squared, negative X squared. All right, so that is naming the algebra tiles. If you need to pause that and write that down, please do so. All right, so what you're going to see today is this. Is if I flip over here, we're going to name the area of the algebra tiles. And the steps are going to be this. Group the like tiles together and then simply name what you see. Let's go through one example. You should pick up on this here pretty quick. Let's say all these algebra tiles here are scattered throughout your paper. All right? And I am going to group the like tiles together. The tiles that are exactly alike. All right? And so I see right now that, that I have two squares that are exactly alike. Same shape there. All right? I see three rectangles that have the same shape here. And I'm going to group those together. And then I see my two ones that I see that I'm going to group together there. Okay? I have grouped now the like tiles. You're kind of in the process of combining like terms, which we'll get to in another video. Now you just have to name what you see. I see here I have x squared pieces. Ask yourself the question, how many x squared pieces do you see? Well, right here you see that there are two of the x squared pieces. So I'm going to put a 2 in front of the x squared. All right? Now I need to separate the terms with either an addition or subtraction sign. In this case, we're naming the area, but I cannot add the 2x squared plus what I have here together. These are separate here. These are different like tiles. Now ask yourself the question, how many of the x pieces do you see right here? Well, hopefully you say that we see 3x. All right? And I am going to now add the ones pieces that I see here. The ones pieces that I see are, there's two ones, and so 1 plus 1 there is 2. Now I have named the area of the algebra tiles here. I've named what I've seen, and this now is my answer. 2x squared plus 3x plus 2. I can't add 2x squared plus 3x because they are not the exact same shape together there. They are not alike. Sure, they have some similarities, but they are not exactly alike, okay? All right, guys, that was your lesson today on naming area of algebra tiles. Thank you.